What is up YouTube, James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. Today we are using a brand new team, and this team, quite interesting. We're using Kyogre, Rayquaza, Tapu Koko, Incineroar, Ferrothorn, and Ditto. So let me just say that this team was really annoying to actually get. The Ditto took quite a few hours to get because you can't breed Ditto, so you have to reset for it. And getting one with Imposter was just ridiculous. Like, it took me so long to get a Imposter Ditto, but we finally got one, which is really good here. And yeah, let's see. Luckily I didn't have to level to level 100 because it had 31 IVs, thankfully. But yeah, we got Kyogre, Rayquaza. Rayquaza is an interesting Pokemon. It's not as good as it was back in 2016, and probably won't be that good until the Ultra series because of the fact it doesn't actually have the ability to use Dragon's Ascent in the Sun series and the Moon series of VGC 2019. The main reason probably because all you need to do is teach that move to Rayquaza and then it can Mega Ball, so it's restricted. So yeah, you can't use Dragon's Ascent, which is kind of dumb because I think if Rayquaza had Dragon's Ascent, it would actually be really solid. I think it would actually be a really solid Pokemon in the Sun and Moon series, but we're just going to use this team. This team has some inspiration from some old VGC teams. Like in 2016, there was one with Scarf Kyogre, Rayquaza, and Ditto. And I think it was like Kangaskhan, Talonflame, and I forgot the last one. So yeah, this should be a pretty fun team. Also, if you want to see a QR code of this team, 175 likes is the goal for this video and all the future videos we use with Kyogre and Rayquaza. And if we hit it 2 weeks after the last video is uploaded, we will have a QR code of this team on the global link. So be sure to hit that like button if you do enjoy this video or if you want to use this team on the global link. But otherwise, yeah, I built this team around some inspiration of the old Kyogre Rayquaza team. Obviously, it plays a lot differently. I don't have a Talonflame. I don't have like a Mega Kangaskhan, but I mean, I feel like the core should work. I think it had either Ferrothorn or Amoonguss as the last slot on the original team. Can't exactly remember, as we got a 1704 rated player from Japan as our first opponent of today, with a team of Kyogre, Necrozma, Duskmane, the Tapu Lele, Amoonguss, Naganadel, and Incineroar. So this is gonna be okay matchup. Yeah, it's gonna be an okay matchup. Ferrothorn looking pretty good here if I can set it up right. Incineroar is interesting. I don't exactly like it too much, but I mean, it could work here. Psychic Community is nice. I think Tapu Koko could work well. I think I could see all my Pokemon being brought here. Ditto is interesting for sure because it could get me another restricted Pokemon, which is really nice. I do really like Kyogre in this matchup because my opponent's water resists are Kyogre and Amoonguss. And I do, like, I'm not really that worried about Amoonguss because I will have Koko. Did I bring Koko though? I think Koko is alright for pressure. I kind of want to lead Kyogre plus Ferrothorn because it pretty much nets me anything except, yeah, it pretty much nets me a lot of damage on everything on my opponent's team. So I think I'm going to go Kyogre Ferrothorn. Maybe not bring Koko. I'm not sure if you bring Amoonguss in this. I wouldn't bring Amoonguss if I was my opponent. I think I'm going to bring my Assault Vest Rayquaza since it can do well, and Incineroar to help deal with the Necrozma. So yeah, I think these are the 4 Pokemon that I'm going to go with. We'll see how this goes. I've never really played that many games with this team since I actually just got the Ditto very recently actually. So this should be interesting. But I did play around with the combination back in 2016, so hopefully that knowledge can transcend. But of course, these are really different sets, of course. Especially with the Rayquaza, since we are running that Assault Vest Necrozma. We're going to see the Naganadel plus Tapu Lele, so we're going to get to find out if it's a Scarf on the Tapu Lele, which is going to be pretty big. Let's see here. It is going to be a Scarf on Tapu Lele, so most likely going to fire for Psychic into the Kyogre slot, so that's pretty big. Of course, I don't have to fire for Water Spout. I could go for the Ice Beam. I could also just go for the Gyro Ball on the Naganadel, and I really like going for the Gyro Ball on the Naganadel just for some damage, because I can go out into Incineroar right here and go for Gyro Ball and Naganadel. I could go for Gyro Ball and Lele, but of course Lele could retreat here. I don't know if you would retreat though, because your best switch into like a Gyro Ball is like Incineroar, maybe Necrozma or Amoonguss, but I'm not sure if we would have those. I'm not sure if we would have Amoonguss in the back at this point. I think it's Incineroar, but you wouldn't want to switch into a water type move, so I think I'm just going to fire for Gyro Ball into Naganadel. Naganadel cannot knock out Ferrothorn unless it's like Choice Specs or Life Orb. Fire Blast, I think. So we'll bring out Incineroar to take a potential Psychic. If you go for Moonblast, a really good play here, because Moonblast would be pretty smart. Although you wouldn't get as much damage right away, I think it's still a really good play. As you do go for the Moonblast, really smart play. Okay, into the Incineroar. And Flamethrower just going to come out in the Fairforn, which I don't know if that procs Berry. We'll find out. Doesn't look like it. It's a little bit short. It is Life Orb Naganadel though, so yeah, I think it needed Fire Blast. Gyro Ball into Naganadel. Ooh, we actually just knocked out Naganadel, which is not terrible. That's not bad actually. No, that's not that bad. Yeah, that's not that bad. And Necrozma's actually going to come out, which is an interesting bring out. I thought if anything you would have brought out your Kyogre here to throw off a Water Spout, but since I did have Rayquaza in the back, I could switch into Rayquaza. With Necrozma coming out, things get a little bit interesting. I'll go for a U-turn Leech Seed. What if Necrozma protects and Kyogre comes out for the Lele slot though? Definitely could see that coming out. A double in the Fairform won't knock me out unless you have like a random Earthquake. I think I want to U-turn out. And I think I want to just go for a U-turn Power Up. That should knock out Lele, and that would punish a Kyogre switch-in. But I don't know, Incineroar could be my opponent's last Pokemon here. But it's Kyogre, yeah, as expected. So, unless Psychic Terrain boosted Photon Geyser would knock me out, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's a Trick Room coming out, so that's beautiful for me, as I did predict the Kyogre anticipating the Kyogre coming out. I will go, let's bring out the Rayquaza here. Let's just bring out the Rayquaza anyway, because if I miss Power Whip, at least the damage from Kyogre won't be doing too much. So Airlock, as yeah, it's a Trick Room coming out. Power Whip will come out into the Kyogre slot, which is able to pick up the knockout on Kyogre, which is fantastic because that means I don't have to deal with that Kyogre. Tapu Lele is locked in. I can just go for a Gyro Ball on the Tapu Lele, and I can just switch out my Rayquaza, go out into my Incineroar, gets its Intimidate off into Necrozma. I'm not sure if Photon Geyser would have knocked that Fairforn because it is a Fairforn, a really high physical defense in general, plus it's resisted. Lele going to come back out. We just Gyro Ball that slot. Even if an Ally Switch comes out, I don't think my opponent can knock out the Fairforn with either one of my opponent's Pokemon. I guess if it's like Ally Switch Necrozma and like hitting a Power Fire Tapu Lele or Focus Blast, yeah, maybe, but it's looking very doubtful that would be the case because those were the very specific movesets. Especially on the Necrozma, you don't really see Ally Switch that much on Necrozma. I've seen it like once or twice in VGC 2019. Gyro Ball will come out into Tapu Lele. Does knock out, and again, I went for the Power Up U-turn because I didn't want my opponent to get a free switch into Kyogre. Let's say Necrozma protected and Kyogre came out, so he could throw out that Water Spout afterward. Photon Guys are going to come out into the Fairforn. Oh, that would have been really close. I think it's a roll. If at neutral would have KO'd. But we're able to eat our berry, which is really good. Nice, nice, nice. And that should be the game because I don't see Necrozma really coming through with this one. I'll just U-turn out once again, get this Intimidate. I don't want to activate a weakness policy and just lead seed the Necrozma slot. My opponent doesn't seem like, yeah, you don't really have a big way. So able to pick up a win. Rayquaza just came into the battle, but it didn't actually do anything. But if Kyogre came out instead of Necrozma, it could have actually done some work. Maybe the better play would have been just to U-turn Protect with Fairforn, since it looked like my Necrozma was not going to be, I mean, my Incineroar was not going to be threatened by Lele plus Necrozma because of the fact that since the Lele can only throw off a Moonblast, unless it crits my Incineroar, I'll be able to survive, I'll be able to get a U-turn. I think Protect might have been better, but I was just able to get, because it might have been bad depending on if the Necrozma decided to go for Photon Guys. I didn't actually expect it to do as much as it did, so maybe it was the better play. I think maybe I shouldn't have risked it, but I was able to work out. I'm surprised my opponent still went for Trick Room plus the Trick Room plus switching to Kyogre, because I felt like your answers to Fairforn were still very limited in that case. As we got 1627 ready to play from Japan as our next opponent. Ooh, this is a game that Rayquaza really likes, actually. Oh yeah, this is a Rayquaza game. Did I say Necrozma? I meant Rayquaza. Huh? They kind of sound similar. We got Groudon, Ho-Oh, Cherim, Scrafty, Ludicolo, and Metagross. So interesting team. I do love the Cherim though. Water Spout looks pretty good. I wonder what kind of Ludicolo that is, if it's like an Assault Vest or if it's Life Orb. Incineroar looks really good to me. Incineroar does look like a really good Pokemon here. I'd definitely bring Kyogre and Rayquaza. Those Pokemon are really big threats to my opponent's side. Ferrothorn's not really looking that good for me. I could see myself bringing either Coco or Ditto. I'm not sure if I would bring Ditto though. I just don't think Ditto does that much. I think I'm just gonna bring out... let's go Rayquaza, Tapu Koko. I don't expect you to lead Groudon right off the bat. It'd be strange if you did. Or I could lead Incineroar plus Rayquaza, which wouldn't be that bad either. With Kyogre in the back. I like this play because of the fact that my opponent really doesn't have many ways to actually touch my Rayquaza unless it's like a Rock Slide Groudon, and Rock Slide's pretty rare unless you're like Choice Banded or unless you have Stone Edge. But I really do like this because it looks like my opponent really, again, doesn't have much to deal with my Rayquaza, especially with my Assault Vest. So let's see how my opponent's going to handle this Rayquaza here. As we will lead my Rayquaza plus Tapu Koko here against a Scrafty and Groudon. Huh. Not what I expected to come out. We will get the Electric Surge. We will get the Airlock. I'm actually really surprised my opponent actually led off with the Groudon of all Pokemon. Intimidate's gonna go off. No surprise. I could go for the Air Slash. Straight into Scrafty. I don't really need Tapu Koko. It was just Tapu Koko was just a good lead overall against my opponent. Do I care my opponent fakes out the Tapu Koko? Not really. I think I'll just go for Air Slash and a Volt Switch. Yeah, because if you fake out Rayquaza, even if you go for Precipice Blades, Kyogre should be able to take it. Then I'll be able to get an Origin Pulse. I'm also a bit of a bulky Scarf Kyogre, so I don't really mind if Coco goes down. It is going to be a fake on Rayquaza. Volt Switch going to come out. Let's find out if it's Assault Vest Scrafty or not. That's kind of hard to tell. I think that's just especially defensive Scrafty. I don't think that's Assault Vest. We'll bring out Kyogre here. And next turn I could just switch out Scrafty. I could switch out Rayquaza, go for the Origin Pulse, or I could just Air Slash and Origin Pulse, which I think both are okay plays. Rayquaza flinches, Rock Polish. Oh, that's a cute trick. Not sure how much that's going to help my opponent, but that's a cute trick. We'll go for the Air Slash and the Scrafty and an Origin Pulse, I guess. Yeah, that's a really cute trick. That's interesting. Never seen the Rock Polish Groudon. I've used it before, but I've never seen it used against me before. Interesting. Alright, but Groudon again. Oh, if it's Thunder Punch, that could be a different story. I probably should have switched into Incin. Or I should have doubled out Kyogre and Incin. Actually, wait, you wouldn't have Thunder Punch, right? Because you're Rock Polish, you're most likely Fire move, Ground move, Protect. Yeah, you shouldn't have Thunder. Why do I jinx myself every single time? Oh, but Kyogre survives. That's like huge. And we land the Origin Pulse? What is this Groudon set? And it just survived the Origin. What? Well, we're not rain boosted, so I guess that makes sense, but still. Alright, we now got the Scrafty. I need Kyogre alive, so I'm 100% retreating it. Wow, I'm just getting blown back here. I'm not exactly sure what to say. Ludicolo comes out, that's fine. It's not in the rain because the Airlock is in effect. We'll just go for the Air Slash into Ludicolo and we'll double out into our Incineroar here. Yeah, because even if you press, I'm not sure if you Precipice Blades, you might Precipice Blades, but I think that'd be okay with me. Because Incineroar will be, my Incineroar would be able to survive one Precipice Blades at -1, and then we have the fake out pressure, so I could fake out and go for the Air Slash. I kind of wish I had Extreme Speed on Rayquaza, but I don't run Extreme Speed on this Rayquaza because of the fact that I felt the team had a little bit of issues to Zekrom. So I do actually run the Draco Meteor here. As we will go Incineroar and bring out that Intimidate. I don't really see Groudon as a threat, even if it's +2 speed, it's -1 attack. It's a wider Groudon. Fake out into Rayquaza. Oh, it's Life Orb, okay. And Precipice Blades, that's fine. So some really, really just, I guess, cute tricks from my opponent, but I think that's fine with me. I get to bring out the Tapu Koko here. Yeah, I'll just bring a Tapu Koko here. I don't think you have Protect on Groudon. I really don't, and I'm a Selvest Rayquaza, so I should live an attack. Maybe not a double up, but I should live attacks from my opponent. We'll go for the Flamethrower, Earth Power. I guess Flamethrower. Earth Power hits Metagross harder, and I don't really have to Ho-Oh from where I am. I will protect Tapu Koko. Yeah, this has been one strange game. Rock Polish, White Herb Groudon. That has Protect, so it's not Fire move then. Oh, what the heck is going on here? It just decides not to have a Fire move. Goes for the Scaldo on the Tapu Koko. Okay, that's fine. Because this turn I can go for the Earth Power once again. Just go for a fun. Did I Thunder because of the fact it's super risky? I think I just Electroweb because Ludicolo. I did EV my Rayquaza to knock out Ludicolo after an Air Slash. We're gonna see a Thunder Punch come out into the Tapu Koko slot. We're anticipating a switch. Electroweb does come out. Hit the Ludicolo. This has been like one super weird game. Like actually really weird. Like I can't anticipate what's really going on. Earth Power will come out, knock out the Groudon. I probably should put Dazzling Gleam on this Tapu Koko because I was supposed to have it as an answer to Zekrom. A Scald's gonna come out. Life Orb should knock me out. Yep. So that's fine. I don't really mind my. I need to find my charger too. Oh man. I hope my 3DS lasts the entire battle, which it should. We'll bring out Kyogre here. Ho-Oh, I'm guessing it's in the back. I just Air Slash the Ludicolo. Yeah, Ho-Oh comes out. This might come down to, do I hit Origin Pulse in the late game? I mean, if I hit Origin Pulse in the late game, I just win. I mean, it's not going to knock out Ho-Oh, but it should put it in range of a Draco Meteor. Yes, I'm going to Air Slash the Ludicolo, and I'm going to Origin Pulse. Yeah, just Origin Pulse. So I gotta hit multiple attacks here, I guess, which is the unfortunate part. I don't know what's going on. I really just don't. Origin Pulse. We just need to hit the Ho-Oh. We hit both, which is good. Ooh, I'm not sure if Draco Meteor will knock out the Ho-Oh. Tailwind, though. Oh, if I had Extreme Speed, I would be really good here. Air Slash will come out into the Ludicolo. Does knock out the Ludicolo. I gotta find out where my charger is, because it's somewhere here. I saw it earlier. Oh, right here. Okay. So, man, I just don't know. Draco Meteor knocks out the Ho-Oh here at this range. I mean, we're still gonna go for the Origin Pulse. Ho-Oh also has to be faster than Scarf Ogre still. It should be. Sacred Fire. Okay. Knocks out Kyogre here, which is fine. I might need a Flint or two as well. Oh man, this Groudon caught me super off guard. It's Berry Ho-Oh, okay. I just need to put the Ho-Oh in range of Draco Meteor and hope you don't have recovery. Actually, do I lose here? I think I do, right? Because Brave Bird, even the recoil. I think I had to Draco. Yeah, I think I had to Draco. I should have Dracoed earlier. I didn't actually expect Air Slash to do as much damage as it did. Alright, so we'll go for the Draco Meteor. Brave Bird's coming out. I'm going to hope the recoil into Draco should knock it out. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I should live one Brave Bird though. Yeah, I survived one. It's at half. Come on, Rayquaza. We hit the Draco Meteor. Maybe I should have had Stone Edge. Oh. That's unfortunate. Yeah, there's no out. Unfortunate. We needed Extreme Speed. We needed Extreme Speed. Well, I think if I just Draco Meteored earlier, I would have won. So I think that's how you get completely caught off guard from whatever this was. Cause yeah, I'm trying, but this team is making my head spin. White Herb. Thunder Punch Groudon. No fire move with Rock Polish. Just... I have no clue. I have absolutely... I can't even say anything right now because I'm like... My head is literally in shock trying to process it. I do think that was a game we should have won though. I think I did make some mistakes. Yeah, maybe I should just air slashed earlier in the game. Maybe I should just led Kyogre at that point because lane Kyogre would have been good. I think Incineroar switching might... Well, I don't think Incineroar switching mattered, but Thunder Punch didn't actually knock out the Groudon. We're going to find another opponent with the Groudon, the Xerneas, Amoonguss, Crobat, Tapu Koko, and the Incin. Okay. It depends on what kind of Koko that is. I think this is a game I finally bring Ditto in, though. This is a game I definitely bring Ditto in. Sweet. So... I think I'll go Kyogre plus Incin, I think? Yeah, Kyogre Incin seems good to me. Rayquaza in the back with Ditto. Save the red card for the Xerneas. Ferrothorn doesn't really help as much in this matchup. And Tapu Koko's not that good in this matchup other than like the Crobat. So let's hope we can win this third game. Because that last one just... Again, I have no idea what that Groudon was. It surviving the Origin Pulse was also pretty big. I kind of wish I had max special attack on the Kyogre now. But then again, we wouldn't have looked at Thunder Punch if I didn't have the bulk. Maybe I should just decrease speed. We'll go Kyogre Incin here. Against whatever my opponent decides to bring out. It's going to be the Groudon on top of Koko this time. Okay. I would never stay in with the Groudon. You know I'm Scarf on a Kyogre. What would you do if I was my opponent? I would double protect here, then swap out Groudon the following turn. Yeah, that's what I would do. So I think what I want to do is I want to fake out the Koko and just fire off a Water Spout. Because if you do go for a double protect and switch out the following turn like I'm anticipating, then I could double out a Rayquaza for my Kyogre and U-turn the Tapu Koko, so I do have the Water Spout pressure. So yeah, I like that play a lot. Groudon's going to protect, but no Koko protect? Not sure if I agree with that, but that works out for me. We do fake out the Tapu Koko. Maybe it's like Specs or something and it can't protect. We'll get a Water Spout off. And that should do a lot of damage to the Tapu Koko, even if you're Assault Vest. Ooh, it looks like it is Assault Vest actually, so that makes... It's Assault Vest Tapu Koko. I don't think Water Spout will be able to knock out the Tapu Koko afterward, even if I get Airlock in. I feel like I need a little bit more chip, but I don't think U-turn's gonna pull it off. I think Rayquaza here is fine. And going for the Flare Blitz. Yeah, unless you double up Incin, I should be okay. I should live with Precipice Blades, no problem. And my opponent can't really threaten the Rayquaza with that much damage since it looks like it is Assault Vest Tapu Koko. So let's see what my opponent decides to do. We'll get the Airlock in. Discharge. Oh, discharging the Blades. Luckily, no para. Precipice Blade's gonna come out. That just knocks out Incin. I'm actually really surprised because I could just click Water Spout into another thing and that could have blown back my opponent. We'll go out into Kyogre here. I think we lock ourselves into Origin Pulse because I really don't think Water Spout's knocking us out. Or I could go Ditto here. Actually, I could just go Ditto here, right? I could go Ditto and just click Water Spout because I guaranteed a Water Spout. And in range should definitely knock on Assault Vest Tapu Koko even at that range. Yeah, I like that actually. I really like that. So I'll go for the Water Spout here. I do reveal that I do have a Ditto on hand, but I think that's okay here. Ooh, the Xerneas matchup. The Xerneas is going to be the big issue, I think. Because I'm trying to figure out how I deal with the Xerneas. Assault Vest Tapu Koko did change the pace of this game. We will bring out Ditto here. And copy this Tapu Koko, I guess. So we get to find out what kind of moveset this Tapu Koko was. His Water Spout, no Protect, so I do just knock out both, which is not bad at all. My opponent didn't get Weather Control. I have a Ditto, and red card doesn't matter anymore. I could just transform into whatever I need to next. Let's see what my opponent's gonna bring out. Incin, probably? Incin Xerneas, okay. Yeah, it's Incin Xerneas. You have to fake out my Kyogre 100%. I don't want to lock myself into Water Spout, so I think I'm going to go Rayquaza. And I think this Tapu Koko should have Volt Switch. Like, you have to fake out my Kyogre. If you fake out Koko, that's a really big mistake in my opinion. Thunderbolt Discharge Volt Switch Grass Knot. That's an interesting set. We'll go for the Volt Switch into the Xerneas. I mean, I could go for Discharge Para because I think a Discharge Para would be really good here. But yeah, we'll go Rayquaza here for the Kyogre slot. I think this Kyogre is easy to survive a Moonblast, so that's pretty big. As we bring out the Rayquaza here, get that Airlock. And Fake Out gonna come out into... Yeah, it had to go out into that slot. We do get a Volt Switch off into the Xerneas. That's a bulky Xerneas. Like a really bulky Xerneas. Oh boy. We'll go Kyogre here. I don't think you Gleam. I think if anything you Moonblast. I don't know. I don't see Gleam here because if you Gleam, that powers up my Water Spout. So Xerneas is going to get the Geomancy boost. I got to worry about the Xerneas because the Xerneas is a way I could lose this game. I feel like if anything you would Moonblast my Kyogre slot though because you want to try to prevent Ditto from coming in. Yeah, I think you would want to prevent my Ditto from coming in into the Rayquaza slot. So I think I'm going to try to hard switch now because I don't want you to Moonblast. It knocks out my Kyogre. I don't think you would knock out Kyogre, but I don't want to double up knocking out my Kyogre here. And with the Airlock, Origin Pulse wouldn't knock out Incineroar. So what happened is you double up the Kyogre slot, Ditto's forced to come in that slot, and then I'd have to transform to Incineroar, which is not the play because I wouldn't survive Moonblast. Even if that Incineroar is EV to survive, my Ditto wouldn't because I have lower HP, because the HP stat is different. So I think I gotta go hard Ditto. Gotta get this Origin Pulse off into the Incineroar at least. Fairy Aura. Yeah. Moonblast gonna come out, should target down my Kyogre. I should survive. Yeah, barely. Origin Pulse hits both. Okay. Nah, Solvest, Incineroar, so Incineroar goes down. Or we crit it, so I don't know, but I don't think Incineroar had anything that could really stop me unless my opponent went for like a really crazy read, like a roar into the Xerneas slot. Let's find out what Xerneas this is. Should probably just be Dazzling Gleam. Yep. Well, Moonblast, my opponent needs a Dazzling Gleam crit onto Ditto, but that's basically how I had to play this end game. We already see the Dazzling Gleam gonna come out. You have to target down Kyogre. And Ditto takes it, so Moonblast should be able to finish off the Xerneas at that range. Alright, Moonblast is gonna come out. Nice, we knock out the Xerneas, and that's gonna be good game. So, really it was just surprising, I think, that my opponent just let me get rid of the Groudon immediately with, well, not immediately, but like a few turns later with the Tapu Koko, because even though I brought Rayquaza, I guess my opponent just didn't think, oh, he could switch out Rayquaza, or ooh, this is the bait to let me stay in, so my Kyogre can get a discharge off. But yeah, basically what I did there was just one, I had to reposition myself somewhere, and I wasn't gonna bring Ditto out. I mean, bringing Ditto out would have been a bit strange because I feel like if I brought out Rayquaza, my opponent might have been more inclined to stay in with both Pokemon, and Water Spout would have done a lot of damage anyway. So I guess my opponent didn't really have a switch in, so that was really good. And thankfully, yeah, I just still flustered about that second battle. That second battle was just, that caught me off guard. I probably could have played it better, but like the sets really caught me off guard. I thought it was no Protect, it revealed Protect, so it had no Fire move, which is like really rare on Groudon. Didn't expect it to be White Herb or have Thunder Punch. Like, those were really big factors. But yeah, overall, definitely could have played better. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Back to Battles. Yes, I think Extreme Speed might be better on Rayquaza. I didn't think it would actually come in, like, needed this much. But I think I'm going to keep Draco Meteor on for a little bit just because of the fact that I still think I'm really weak to Zekrom, that I might need Draco Meteor still. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but if we do feel like Extreme Speed is more useful in general, I will put Extreme Speed over Draco Meteor. But hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Back Battles. If you do want to try out this team, there is a paste bin of the team down below, and again, if you want to see a QR code of this team, 175 likes is the goal for this video and all the future episodes with this team. Otherwise, you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the side tiers on my channel, all that good stuff will be linked down below, including my Twitch channel, which I highly recommend go checking out. And if you do want to support the channel, there is my Patreon page linked down below as well. Feel free to leave a comment down below as I do read them. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much it. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.